Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the J Lounge. Of course, you guys know I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson, here to bring you guys another wonderful episode of the J Lounge. Of course, everyone knows out there, we are a celebrity podcast show where we talk with entertainers, actors, directors, singers, you name it. They all come down here and we all have a really great time. As always, I am very, very excited to be introducing my next guest for the show. You can catch him on the hit show on BT's it's called The Family Business. His character is going to be Corey Black. You can also see him this summer on August 12th in the new upcoming film Fall. He's going to be starring alongside Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's a super highly anticipated thriller. Very excited for it. And also you can also see him on Kabacha Cure by Amazon Prime, which will also be premiering sometime this fall. I am super excited to be speaking with him. He has been in over 100 films and TV credits. He is Hollywood's favorite villain, and he makes it look so damn good. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Jasper Cole. Hi, Jasper.
Hey, Simone. Well, first of all, I'm a fan of yours and your show, and I love what you do. And you made me sound really impressive. So thank you.
I was working on that. Thank you. Well, that's always nice to hear. Honestly, that is very nice to hear. I'm very surprised. Genuinely surprised. Oh, what'd you say?
Useless pop culture stuff. So yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be speaking with you. I'm gonna go ahead and fire the first question at you. I want to know, what began your passion for acting?
Oh, wow. It's funny. I am the youngest of four boys. And so I grew up in Athens, Georgia, very much the athletic football family. I sort of followed in the footsteps, whatever my brothers were doing. But I always say I was a closeted thespian because deep down, I really wanted to do theater, and it wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't seem like the cool thing. But I remember, sounds cliche again. I saw the film The Wizard of Oz, and first of all, no singing ability, no dancing talent, but something about that film, and I was obviously a kid, sort of opened my mind up to Hollywood, and it began this obsession I had with film and TV, and I'm a kid of the television in the 70s and the Norman Lear and all that stuff. So yeah, I was sort of secretly always wanting to act, but I did not do anything about it until I graduated high school, and then I sort of pursued it.
Wow. First of all, I love it. I mean, classic movie, Wizard of Oz. That is one of my all-time favorites. I know every single line. And yes, I even know some of the dances. I may not be able to dance well, but I will dance to the songs in the Wizard of Oz. So I super love that. But going on to my next question, as I said in my introduction, 100 film and TV credits to your name, and you are Hollywood's favorite bad guy. What's it like playing a villain for you, and what's your favorite bad guy role to date?
Well, let me say also, I always have to say I'm really blessed. It took me years to get on any kind of list in Hollywood. So I often say I'm just lucky to be one of several or one of many bad guys. I get to work with all these amazing other character actors that we are some of the most supportive. I've been so amazed how supportive character actors are to each other. Well, considering I came to LA thinking I was going to do stand-up comedy and be a sitcom star, I think it's hilarious that for the last 20 years, I play these tough guys, and anyone that knows me in real life always laughs, and they're like, "God, you're real, you must really be a good actor, because that is so not you off camera." So, you know what, is so different than myself, and I think that's why I love doing it. And probably the film MacGruber that was in 2010. I played Zeke Plachette, and that was sort of a game changer for my career. I mean, I had already been I've been out acting 35 years, but it sort of got me into bigger rooms and, auditioning for the Coen brothers and stuff like that. And although the film did not, do as great as everyone thought, it's kind of had it now has this sort of cult following. And so, and they're doing this series on Peacock. Unfortunately, my character Zeke was killed in the movie, so I can't, suddenly appear in the series. But
Right.
I have a real fondness for Zeke, the character in MacGruber, and getting to work with Kristen Wiig and Ryan Felipe and Will Forte.
Yes.
It was, and I'm a big SNL comedy person, so for me to have Lauren Michaels there and Seth Meyers, I was really kind of geeking out.
Oh my gosh, I am so jealous. I'm a huge Seth Meyers fan.
Oh
Very
yeah.
jealous, very jealous. Not gonna
And
lie.
they couldn't have lived up to their what I thought of them even better. What's that old adage? Sometimes you're better off not meeting the people you admire, because you never know how they're going to act. But it was a magical experience for sure.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I really do. I think that's amazing. And I think that's awesome to be able to act, with such huge actors, Kristen Wiig, Ryan Felipe, and of course we can't forget Val Kilmer, of course.
Well, and I was
So
going to say, how did I forget? Of course, and I mean, huge Val Kilmer. I kind of buried the lead. Yeah, I mean, Val was, because up to that point, he wasn't known for comedy, especially, and not sort of farcical comedy, but he was great to work with. And this was Kristen Wiig, literally the summer before Bridesmaids hit, so
oh,
I got to sort of know her pre all that major fame and stuff. And Will Forte has remained the most like humble. We've stayed in touch, and Yorma Tacone, the director, it was one of those like 120 degrees in Albuquerque in August and September, but we somehow survived.
wow, that is awesome. That is amazing. And whoo, you are better because I don't know if I could do that type of degree weather now. I'm sensitive, so that's a little too hot for me. Just saying.
Well, I live in Palm Springs and LA, but I live in Palm Springs, and people are always laughing. They're like, how do you live out there? I said, well, it's a dry heat. My friend said, but so is a sauna, and no one's
True.
living in a damn sauna. So
This is true. This is true. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. All right, going on to the number 3 question. As I said earlier in the introduction, you are starring and going to be turning on the hit BET show Family Business. Can you tell my audience a little bit about the show and who your character is and what can we expect from season 4?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So the Family Business is really a hit show in BET. It's sort of led by the iconic Ernie Hudson. He plays LC, who is his family is an upstanding family by day. They own a exotic car dealership. They're very well respected, very wealthy family, but secretively, their real source of income is basically their drug cartel. And he has this whole secret world happening underground, and it's really like it's a throwback to Dynasty and Dallas and Knots Landing with a lot more, and it's predominantly African American, very diverse. I play Corey Black is the head of a Pittsburgh biker gang, and we are all part of LC's council, and we represent various drug cartels in our own part of the country. And so we all work for and under LC. Yeah, Corey's up to no good. I introduced a new drug on season 3 into the pipeline, and that's not gone well for Corey. So season 4, Corey comes back, and it's sort of up to his old tricks and butting heads with LC. And I don't, we'll see how that turns out for Corey. I don't know if that was the smartest move on Corey's part, but listen, I make jokes all the time. I rarely ever survive one episode of a show. I usually get killed. So the fact that I even made it through season 3 and then got to come back to season 4, it's really a miracle, because like I said, if people know my work at all, it's either I'm killing a lot of people and then usually being killed. The joke was, oh my God, Jasper, Corey's coming back. He's alive.
Like, yes, we're bringing you back. We're bringing you back. That is awesome.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
it's a great group of actors. Darren Henson and Valerie Pettiford. We had Sheila E., the music icon,
Oh my God, how amazing.
last season. I mean, I don't know. Carl Weber, the creator, the writer, I don't know how he juggles all these storylines because I don't know how many, there must be 12 to 15, but I guess it's similar to like a daytime soap, but it's shot really high production values. And the whole Trey Haley, the director, Indy Brown, the producer, they've all worked together for a very long time. And it's a really tight ship over there. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that sounds gripping. That sounds really intense. And I can only imagine your friends and family's faces when you tell them I'm playing a biker on screen. I'm pretty sure they were like, that is so no, that's not imaginable. Like, no, that's not you. So, but
Yeah,
that
and the funny
sounds
thing is, I don't, I used to go in for Sons of Anarchy for years, and I never booked it because I don't know why I didn't think about just Jasper, go get your motorcycle license. But yeah, I can't ride it. It's funny. I'm head of this biker gang, and if you put Jasper on a Harley, I would run it through the building probably. I'm the person that they have to like pull into the scene, like put me on the bike and then pull it in with a rope because Jasper can't ride a motorcycle. But I'm not that actor that lies at auditions and says,
oh yeah, I
I
could do
worse,
this.
I can mountain climb, I can shoot,
Right.
assault weapons and all that stuff. No, they have to
No.
teach me. They have to teach me when I get there.
I love that. He's like, no, I love that. All of that sounds super, super gripping and exciting. And all the fans who are super huge fans of the show, make sure you catch season 4, which will be premiering on July 28th. And make sure you check out, Jasper Cole's character, Carl Webster. Not Carl, I'm sorry. He is going to be Corey Black, and he will be returning on season 4. So super exciting. Super
Yeah, and just so
exciting.
everyone knows, we debut always on BET Plus, and then after our run there, they always move us over to the regular BET. So like right now, they can catch every Tuesday night. Season 3 is airing on BET. I guess they call it cable, and
Yeah.
then BET Plus, the streamer that's where season 4 will drop.
Super excited. So everyone make sure you catch out on BET and BET Plus. Season 4 out July 28th of Family Business. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. So going on to the number 4 question, Jasper. It seems that you are a busy man and you are not stopping for a second. You're also going to be starring in the upcoming film Fall, starring with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. How exciting is that? Of course, everyone knows he was on The Walking Dead. So very, very exciting on that. So tell us about your character and what that film's gonna be about.
Yeah, what's really great about this film is, and I'll tell you, this was when the pandemic hit in March of 2020, everything shut down. So in August, this was really my first job. And this was at a time when, we didn't have testing, we didn't have vaccines. And I got the script, I had to self-tape an audition, and my character in the scene was walking with a dog. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go out off the norm and I'm going to go outside and film this with my real dog. So just a note to actors, sometimes I don't know if that maybe helped my tape stand out, but I did, and I booked a job. And so we headed up to the desert, upper high desert, and it's the perfect script because there are 6 actors total, I believe, all shot outside, no worry about COVID being inside. And really and truly, I play the kind of character, if I can't, it's hard to talk without giving what he does away, but I will tell you, 90% of the whole movie, the 2 leads, Grace Curry and Virginia Gardner, they are 90% of this film, and they are carrying the whole film themselves, trapped on top of this tower that was erected out in the desert. And when you see the film, people, everyone listening, just know that these 2 young actresses, that is them doing their stunts, that's them doing the acrobatic work on a real tower that, let's just say, I mean, it was probably 60 feet, 100 feet in the air. For the rest of us, all of our stuff takes place, I say, on ground level. Below the tower. Jeffrey Dean actually plays the father to the lead character. And my character, I come along at a time that they are hoping I'm going to be of assistance.
Mhm.
I can't really say that that may not have turned out in their favor either. But I mean, I do have a pit bull. I have Rusty, my pit bull that's played by my actor dog Archer, and
And mhm. Yeah, so you were saying?
I think everyone will be blown away and amazed by the what the two leads are able to do in this. And like I said, the rest of us are sort of supporting them. But the fact that we went back a year after 2020 and then 2021, we went back and reshot more scenes. So it was one of those projects where, truth be told, it's like I wasn't even sure what this was or if it was ever going to see the light of day. So the fact that it's Lionsgate and it's coming out is so exciting. And Scott Mann, the director, he did one of my favorite films, The Heist with De Niro. So, I was excited to work with him regardless, but I'm thrilled that it's actually going to, be in a theater because as we know nowadays, everything just goes to streamer.
Yes.
So it's so exciting that it's going to have a theatrical release on the 12th, and I'm excited. But truth be told, again, I've not seen any of it. They didn't have a premiere or a screening, so I'll be
Oh,
watching it along with everybody else.
oh, that is so. I think that's better because you'll have you'll be right there with the audience. You'll be reacting to them the same as they are reacting. So I think that's more better. More gives out more an organic feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
except
I
I'll
think
be
that'll be
I'll be
exciting.
I'll be cringing watching myself as I always do.
I know. I this is why I don't think I could do like video interviews because like I don't know if I could watch myself. That's just too cringeworthy. I just don't know if I can do it. I completely understand. Oh my goodness. But I'm excited for the film. As I highly encourage my audience, August 12th, go see Fall. Like I said, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, got my boy Jasper Cole, definitely a movie to go see, and it's in theaters, so definitely get some friends, get some popcorn, and go watch it.
And
So
if you have a fear of heights like I do, get ready. If you get your
ooh,
vertigo in check because it's going to be a lot of high heights and falling and stuff like that. So
ooh, I'm excited. No wonder this is a very highly anticipated thriller, so I am very excited. I cannot wait.
me too.
Going on to number 5, Jasper, I want to make sure my audience keeps up with you, your work, and of course keep up to date with your upcoming work that you have coming up here soon. Where are you on social media?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Jasper Cole Says, SAYS. I have a podcast one-on-one with Jasper Cole, and so I have a Facebook page for that. But if you just go to jaspercole.com, pretty much everything, all the links are there, and the radio show and it's a one-stop shop, so they can just go
Yeah.
to jaspercole.com.
Oh, perfect. Of course, I highly encourage my audience, go to jaspercole.com, keep up with all of Jasper Cole's work. And like I said, his upcoming work, he's going to be on the BET Family Business July 28th. He's going to be in the fall, August 12th. So make sure you keep up with more of that. Going on to the number 6 question. What goals do you hope to still accomplish in your career that you haven't yet?
Wow, that's a great question. I on the acting side, I think I would love to really become a series regular on an ensemble, show. I would be like the third, fourth sidekick on a procedural, or ideally I'd love to play an undercover cop that I get to go, play the drug addicts, all the roles I play now, but get to do it undercover on one of the
Ooh,
episodics. And of course, ultimately, if I could do more comedy would be great because that's
yeah.
where I the reason I started my podcast, to be quite honest, I wanted people to get to know my real personality, which is a lot more lighter and caustic and sort of fun and sarcastic and not just the creepy, crazy bad guy. So I kind of, yeah, I had a selfish ulterior motive in doing the podcast. But it's 10 years now with the podcast. So I've enjoyed getting to show this other side, and like you, just getting to also meet other people and interview them. So it's
Yes.
been a blessing. But yeah, I think it would be great to have a regular gig, sort of like family business has been my first in many, many years that sort of have been a semi-regular on something. So it would be great. I always say if I could just be like the homeless guy on the show and like lay in front of the building and throw a line here and there 2 or 3 up, 2 or 3 days a week, that's all I need to work.
I love that, to be honest. That's all I need. I
I'm
don't need
getting
anything
old.
else.
I
Just,
can't work that much.
just let me do a wisecrack every now and again. I'll be
Let me
okay,
just get
you know?
my health insurance and my pension, and I'll go home. Thank you.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Those are the three things I need, and I will be good. You will hear no complaints from me.
Nope.
Influence your career and why?
So many people. I would say early on, Montgomery Clift, who a lot of young people don't know, but if you Google, Montgomery Clift was one of the early actors. He was in a movie called Place in the Sun with Elizabeth Taylor, but he was one of the first ones that was really
Oh,
doing sort of real moment to moment acting. And I sort of followed his career. Obviously he was already long gone by the time I came along, but the next person would be Sam Elliott. I got to work with
yes.
Yes, I got to work with Sam in '98 on a TV pilot called Texarkana for CBS, and it was
Ah,
it was supposed to be like their big hit. They didn't pick it up, but I just learned so much working with him, and he taught me so much about. He said to me one day, Jasper, you can take your work serious, but you can't take yourself too serious. This is not brain surgery. And I think that's just been something a lot of actors have to realize. We love what we do. But it's a job, it's a career. It's no better than anybody else. You know what I mean? Like there has to be we have to kind of take some of that illusion away from it. That it's something we do, but actors are no more special than anybody else. I know all my actor friends now are booing me, but let's just keep it real.
that's okay. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a-okay.
And then I think Jeff Bridges is like a current actor. Like
Oh,
seeing
yes.
myself going forward, I would love to have that sort of career that he has. And I like that he's had a stable personal life and you don't see him like in the tabloids as much and stuff like that. So
Yes, I agree.
I was trying to think if I had to pick. Daniel Day-Lewis is sort of an acting,
Oh my goodness.
he's sort of an actor to aspire to, but in terms of just overall careers, I think Sam and Jeff are two that I really, really admire and respect.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, first of all, Daniel Day-Lewis is the standard, the golden standard of acting. The man has done every single role possible.
Right.
There isn't anything he can't do. I mean, my favorite role will be of Daniel Day-Lewis is The Gangs of New York. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. His performance is one of my favorite performances of all time, and he can do no wrong. Honestly, there hasn't been a role that he's done and you can say that, oh, Daniel Day-Lewis didn't do a good job. No, it's just
No.
not in his
And what I love
DNA.
about him, when he said he was retiring, like he literally retired. It wasn't like well, I shouldn't mention the Judds. She passed on, but you know what I mean? It's not like the Cher retirement tour for 5, 10 years.
Right,
Like when Daniel said,
right,
I'm out, he's out. And
right.
so I mean,
I,
I'm hoping he like Garth Brooks, I hope he comes back. But I
right.
just yeah, but you're right. I think when you have that kind of work, he probably reached a point he's like, damn, I don't know if I can keep topping myself. So I need to just step away now.
Right. I mean, honestly, I already have 3 Oscars to my name. I'm already one of the
Hmm.
greatest actors of all time. There's really not much for me I can accomplish. I kind of done it all. So
I
yeah,
keep thinking though, any day now we're gonna read in the trades like he's landed an Apple TV series. You know what I mean? Because like all the name actors are now on the
yep,
streamers. So, but so
yes.
far, no, Daniel has not ended up over at Netflix yet.
Right. However, speaking of streaming, you, going on to my next question, will be starring in an Amazon series called Kombucha Cure. You'll be starring along with some soap opera actresses such as Tamara Braun. Very excited about that. Could you tell us a little bit about the series and who your character is on the show?
Oh yeah, I'm excited about this one for a lot of reasons. Mainly because I co-produced. This was a film that we shot in February. We wrapped in 2020, right before the pandemic, and it was a film. And then it kind of, laid there for 2 years. And we got back together and decided, you know what, everything's about streaming now. So we took the movie and we cut it into 6 episodes as a streaming series. And so it was quite interesting to do that, but in hindsight, I think it's going to play better. It has a very northern exposure feeling from back in the day. It's basically about this little town in Northern California who has figured out a way to, how do I say this? Get one over on big pharma and the insurance industry. And they've kind of figured out a way to do holistic and alternative ways of health to collect money from the big companies and keep their town going. And our writer director, Cecilia Choi, she is one of the leading oncologists in the country, and her husband as well, Michael. But it's great because they have that left side of their brain, the right side. So she wrote and directed this. I think it's a little bit based on her own experiences as an oncologist and dealing with insurance. But within that, there's these great quirky characters. I play Theo, who's very quirky. He's not a killer. He and his wife have a pet pig, and I'm a veteran. And I think it's got a really sweet feeling to it. I think people will really relate to the town's people, but also I think the message of like Robin Hood a little bit, like this little band of people getting together and pulling one over on the big insurance companies. And the pilot kind of sets up for the rest of the 5 episodes. And I think we end season 1 at a great place to go on to season 2. But yeah, Tamara Braun, 2-time Emmy winner, Jennifer Bassi, Denise Boutet from Why Did I Get Married, and Meet the Browns. I mean, we have a great group of people, and we all just love doing it. And I think Cecilia Choi is going to be a name because she's Korean, she's female. It's great, and our series is like a Benetton ad. We have African American, Pakistani, Korean, Iranian, Caucasian. All of us actors represent a different group, and so I think it's going to be. I feel it's going to be well received.
I am excited for that. I'm excited for that. That sounds like it's going to be a really, really huge hit for Amazon. So, as you said, I think it's going to be well received by people, and I think people are really going to find connection to Kombucha Cure. So I'm very excited for that.
Thank you. Yes, me too. We'll do a big PR push when that's coming out, but it'll be later in this year. Well, it's funny. I keep saying later.
I know.
It's probably in a few months because we're already, oh my God, we're already
oh my goodness. Yes.
in August almost. Yeah.
Yes. All righty then. We just got about just a couple minutes to go. Wrap up here, going on our final question. What are some of your passions outside of acting?
Yeah, so I live in Palm Springs and LA, and so when I'm not working, I'm out in Palm Springs. I'm a big fitness person. I'm a big hiker. I work out. I was a gymnast as a kid, so health and fitness is really important to me. So yeah, I do a lot of physical activity. I'm also a reality show junkie.
Yep.
In particular, the Housewives, people really crack the hell up.
Yes.
I can tell you, I mean, I've watched the most ratchet
love it.
reality stuff ever. So if you ever need anybody to talk reality TV, I can go there. But you know what it is, Simone? Because I work in the scripted world, I think I like reality because I don't do it. And it's a genre that I don't work in. So I enjoy just that part of the business, because when I watch scripted now, I just pick it apart, and it's like once you know how the sausage is made, they say you don't want to eat the sausage. But it's so yeah, reality TV is my one big
love it
TV pleasure. And
it's mine too. Can't help
right.
it.
Oh, I know. I follow you. I know. I
love it. I love it. I can't help it. Cannot help it. Cannot help it. I love it though. I love it. Jasper, you have been an absolute pleasure to talk to. I cannot wait to see all your upcoming projects coming up. Thank you for being able to kind of pick apart your mind and kind of show, kind of talk about, what makes you tick as an actor, especially one who likes to play bad guys. Good to know that, being bad guys, that's not your personality, but you do it so well. You do it
Oh, thank
so
you.
well.
It is an honor to be on your show. I like I said, I love your work. I love everything that you do as well. Thank you. And yes, listen, it doesn't matter. I'm always grateful to still be in the mix. And I always say the day I stop enjoying the work is when you need to get out of it. So for
Mhm.
now, y'all are stuck with Jasper. He's loving it.
We are loving you. So that is okay with us. Of course, I want to highly encourage my audience. Make sure you follow and check out Jasper Cole's work. Go to jaspercole.com. Make sure you guys catch him on The Family Business on BET, premiering July 28th, and BET Plus, of course. And of course, the film Fall, which will be premiering in theaters August 12th. Make sure you guys check that out. And of course, upcoming fall, Kombucha Cure. Make sure you guys also check that out on Amazon Prime. That's going to be coming out here soon as well. Jasper is going to be one busy man, so make sure you guys check that out and give him a shout out support. But of course, you guys know I have been your hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson, bringing you guys another great episode of the J Lounge. I want to thank my amazing guest, Jasper Cole, one more time. I want to thank everyone for listening in. Till then, till another great episode. I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and I'll be back soon.